Before we get started, a quick word from our sponsor, Community Financial's President and CEO, Tansley Stern's new podcast, Despite Impossible. Now on to the show. Share with me the experience or the status of your credit union's FedNow experience. So, because again, we're almost 6 months into it now. So, what's it been like? And then, obviously, TyFone was a big key in helping you guys get rolling here. So, share with me, maybe some of the benefits you guys experience. I'm sure your members are just doing backflips over the immediacy of it all. So
I think there's several benefits, Keith. One of them, which was the fraud mitigation that I alluded to earlier, is we've seen less number of fraud on this channel. Our members find it much easier and simpler to make their money move faster. From the get-go, we knew that one of the biggest important things that our members wanted to do was they wanted the ability to move money yesterday. They like to move money between their StarOne account and other financial institution in real time. And convenience is huge for them. Offering instant payments from the get-go has been a crucial part of StarOne's strategy, because that simplified money movement for our members. In the long run, we also see that FedNow service could minimize the usage of ACH. We've already started to experience that a little bit. It could also minimize the instances of other money movement vehicles, which we've already started to see and dip our toes into. So when you ask what we've experienced thus far, is we've seen usage of other money movement channels somewhat minimized, and instant payment solution is what we call our FedNow product starting to increase. We've seen overall satisfaction for members to use our digital channel has increased as a result of this new money movement module that we've created. In addition to that, what we've seen is without any marketing material around this particular product and solution, our members are using this on their own, and they're finding it so much easier to use than what we've already had before, such as same-day ACH. We've used other payment solutions like Zelle, which, not to say that they're not, good solutions. They're great solutions. But this just kicked it up a notch, where our members are finding it much more easier to utilize, where they feel that it's secure, safe, and it minimizes potential for fraud. So I think this has been nothing but a great success for us.
Oh, that's great to hear. And I think a lot of credit unions are still a little curious about this, but to hear that type of feedback is going to give them a lot of faith to move forward. So yeah, for sure. And Keith, I'm going to come back to you. Well, actually, this is a question for both you guys, but you mentioned earlier before that you guys already had a digital banking relationship. So, but how do you see what's next for you guys in keeping this momentum going? Keith, I'll let you go first. What's next on the plate, so to speak?
Yeah, I think the momentum is building in conversations we're having with those partners in the marketplace that can drive those embedded experiences to a portfolio of credit unions. So I think the momentum, as we continue to have those conversations, and they're along different use cases. It's not just within a more traditional digital banking environment. It could be things related to account transfer. It could be things related to dispersing loans. It could be related to a variety of use cases, so that the credit union industry can continue to see that, hey, there is some instant payment functionality I can take advantage of that's already pre-embedded within platforms I'm using. So I think that's the momentum part that we'll see within the next couple quarters, that will really start to bring the awareness of instant payment support, and certainly TyFone and what we're doing with IPX.
Right on.
I think the other item is that when we look at we look at the credit unions and other financial institutions, we certainly talk about consumers and businesses and users of instant payment support, but so is the credit union. So things related to use cases where they may want to remit something faster to a supplier or pay a preferred car dealer in instant funds for things that they know have been rectified in terms of all the documentation for an automobile, for example. So I think that the internal use cases for the credit union is something that is going to continue to be appealing, and that they want to, it gives them an opportunity to really experience the send persona in a way that's for their credit union, and applying those things to their members. And I guess the final thing from our perspective is that there is nothing static about security and fraud. So you'll see additional, I'll call them trust services and overlays that will continue to place within the platform. So Minal's confidence will continue to increase more and more in terms of the things that we're not only doing today, but what we can offer credit unions related to making the services as seamless as we can to use, but doing it securely. So there is no impact and concern from the credit union or the member about my money getting to Mike in a secure fashion, but doing it seamlessly as we can. So those are general things I think that are on the next horizon for TyFone and IPX.
A quick word from our sponsor, Community Financial's present CEO, Tansley Stern's new podcast, Despite Impossible.